Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why do I act the way I do? Why do I dream strange things? Why do I feel certain emotions I can't explain? Well, there was one man who spent his entire life trying to answer those questions. His name was Carl Jung, and his ideas changed the way we understand the human mind. Let's go back to where it all started. Carl Jung was born in 1875 in Switzerland. He was quiet, thoughtful, and very different from other kids. While others played outside, Jung preferred to read, imagine, and think about life. He was curious about dreams, religion, and symbols, things that most people never paid attention to. As he grew older, he decided to study medicine and later became a psychiatrist. During that time, he met another famous thinker, Sigmund Freud. Freud was already well known as the father of psychoanalysis. When Jung met him, they quickly became close friends. Freud believed that most of our behavior comes from hidden desires, mainly sexual ones. At first, Jung agreed with him, but soon he started to see things differently. Jung believed the human mind was much more than just desires and fears. He thought our minds are full of images, dreams, and symbols that connect us to something much bigger, something shared by all humans. He called it the collective unconscious. Let's make it simple. According to Jung, your mind has two parts. One personal part that holds your memories, and one deeper part that connects you to every human who ever lived. This deeper part, the collective unconscious, holds ancient patterns and symbols. He called them archetypes. Archetypes are like the stories we all share. The hero, the mother, the shadow, the wise old man. You see them in movies, books, myths, and even in your dreams. They're not random. They're part of how the human mind understands the world. For example, every story about a hero fighting darkness, from ancient myths to modern movies, comes from the same inner pattern. That pattern lives inside every one of us. Jung believed that to truly understand yourself, you must face all these parts of your mind. And that includes your dark side, the part you try to hide. He called it the shadow. The shadow is everything about yourself that you deny or avoid. Your anger, your jealousy, your fears, all the parts you don't want others to see. But here's the thing, ignoring your shadow doesn't make it go away. It actually makes it stronger. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will control your life, and you will call it fate. Think about that for a second. How many times have you repeated the same mistakes? How often have you found yourself in the same bad situations? Jung believed that's your shadow trying to get your attention. But the shadow isn't evil. It's a teacher. When you face it, you learn who you really are. Jung also talked about another concept, the persona. The persona is like a mask you wear in public. It's the version of you that the world sees, polite, confident, maybe even perfect, but it's not your real self. Behind that mask is who you truly are, with all your strengths, fears, and emotions. The problem is, most people get stuck in their persona. They become who others expect them to be, not who they really are. Jung said that the goal of life is to become whole, not perfect, just whole. He called this process individuation. It means bringing together all the parts of yourself, your light and your dark, your conscious and unconscious. When you do that, you stop pretending and start living as your true self. Jung also studied dreams deeply. While Freud thought dreams were only about hidden wishes, Jung believed dreams were messages from the unconscious. He said that dreams use symbols to help us understand what's missing in our lives. They are like letters from your soul. Let's say you dream about being chased. Carl Jung wouldn't ask, who's chasing you? He'd ask, what part of yourself are you running away from? To him, every dream had meaning, not random, but a message waiting to be understood. Jung also introduced words we still use today, introvert and extrovert. He believed some people get their energy from being alone, introverts, and others from being around people, extroverts. He also said there are four main ways people experience the world. thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition. These ideas became the base of the Myers-Briggs personality test, one of the most famous in the world. But Jung wasn't just a scientist. He was a spiritual explorer. He studied old myths, alchemy, astrology, and even Eastern philosophies, not because he believed in magic, but because he thought symbols in those traditions could teach us about the human mind. He wanted to unite science and spirit, logic and meaning. Many people didn't understand him. Some thought he was crazy. Others said he was too spiritual to be a scientist. But Jung didn't care. He kept exploring the mystery of the human soul. Even in his later years, Jung continued to write books and study dreams. Some of his famous works include Man and His Symbols, Psychological Types, and the Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious. He died in 1961, but his ideas live on everywhere. Movies like Star Wars, The Matrix, and Inception were inspired by Jung's ideas. The hero's journey, the shadow, and the search for the true self. Modern psychology, self-help books, and even spiritual practices still use his concepts. So, who is Carl Jung? He was a man who had the courage to look inside himself when everyone else was afraid to. A man who believed that our greatest purpose in life is not to be rich or famous, but to become our true selves. He once said, "Your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes." Maybe that's what we can learn from him. We spend so much time looking outside, chasing success, love, and approval, but we forget to look within. Jung would say, everything you're searching for is already inside you. So next time you feel lost or you dream of something strange, stop for a moment. Listen. Your mind might be trying to tell you something, because you're not just a person. You are an entire inner world waiting to be discovered. And Carl Jung spent his life helping humanity open that door.